Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone. Welcome back to Times Men Fought Back Woke Women, where equality finally means equal consequences and logic always wins in the rematch. First up, a woman drops F-bombs, throws a slap, and gets a quick reality check from physics and equality.
I don't want to talk with you actually.
Why don't you go and then?
You go. How can you slap? How can you slap? I don't want. How can she slap?
She thought she was starring in Strong Women Don't Need Consequences, but the sequel dropped fast. Physics and Fairness, The Return Strike. The moment that slap came back with interest, her feminism suddenly needed a refund. Here's a dad who's had enough of woke fantasies turning girls' sports into biology denial tournament.
The parents are taking the wheel. I have an 8-year-old daughter who is absolutely dynamic, who can do anything. Athletically, intellectually, spiritually, and emotionally, she is a dynamo. And I don't want a man swimming against her in the pool. The fact is, I don't want her playing against boys in soccer. I don't even let my sons rough her up. Do you think I'm gonna let your son rough her up? This is what we're talking about. Policy going back to the parents. Because if you think people who love America are willing to fight for it, you haven't met parents yet.
He's shouting common sense, which these days offends the same crowd that thinks gender changes with feelings. Imagine that protecting your daughter is now controversial. Woke activists call it transphobia, but real parents just call it parenting. Here's a good one. A woke influencer proudly teaching people to replace mom and dad with names that sound like cartoon characters.
Instead of using the typical mom and dad parent titles, there's actually gender-neutral and non-binary parent titles that exist. Here are some examples. Pom-pom, Zaza.
Yeah, I don't think me or anyone from my generation could have done that with our parents.
She's out here calling pom-pom and Zaza like it's a new gender identity and not a toddler's nickname. Then a dad reacts the only way a sane parent would. The woke crowd keeps inventing labels, but reality still calls them ridiculous. Now check this out, a dad sitting on Dr. Phil trying to process what woke culture calls living your truth.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Tell me what you're thinking and feeling right now, Gary.
I'm hurt bad. Really bad.
What do you have to say?
Why?
I just want you to know that you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong.
You can see the pain on his face while the audience nods. The man is not angry at his kid. He's heartbroken at the system that told his family this was empowerment. Woke ideology breaks homes, then applauds the wreckage. Up next is a father who finally had enough of the woke classroom circus.
It was just a matter of being somebody. There were all these groups of parents who were dissatisfied, even more than me, as to what happened last year to this school. And the consensus was somebody has to do something. Somebody has to hold them accountable. Somebody has to stand up. And I guess that just ended up being me this time.
Jerome Eisenberg didn't pay elite tuition for his daughter to be lectured on oppression charts and privilege points. He called out the school for turning education into activism, and the woke crowd lost it. When one parent stands up, the whole system starts sweating, because truth doesn't need a diversity committee. Up next is a father who's had it with the Rainbow Book Club pretending to be an education system.
Hello, Navarro. Any good lately? What's wrong, Navarro? I think you like a big in your mouth. Ha ha ha. Page 23. The other boy, page 23. Here it is. What's the educational benefit of talking about the What's the educational benefit of talking about that? Is that going to help someone on the SAT score? Hear me kind. Get a shot of that. She can care less. That's a sign. She needs to put down her sign. For a second. Oh, you're putting me out. For what? For asking you to abide by the rules. A board member held up a sign, but the audience couldn't hold up signs. This is tyranny, and we're dealing with a corrupt government system.
came to expose the filth hiding behind inclusive education. The woke board sat there clutching their pearls at the same words they approved for kids. Nothing scares activists faster than hearing their own nonsense read out loud. Here comes another dad who decided to expose the woke double standard in full view.
I don't understand how it's appropriate for kids and it's not appropriate for the school board. I didn't even say a bad word. It feels a lot like you don't want parents to be seeing what's given to the kids. You're happy to give these books to kids? It seems like you're terrified to give them to parents.
He calls out the genius logic of school boards that think adult ears can't handle what they hand to kids. The woke people call it progressive literature, but it sounds a lot more like grooming wrapped in rainbow stickers. Meanwhile, a self-dating influencer meets Damon Imani, who reminds her that validation isn't self-love, it's screen time.
I like myself. You know, so many women are obsessed with relationships. I like to date myself.
No, you don't. You are miserable. I mean, you say you like to date yourself, but you are a main cast member on The Housewives of Atlanta where you're chasing men. And I would say marriage is definitely hard when you're dealing with someone as self-obsessed as you. Not to mention your entire marriage was a central storyline on a reality show that's all about fights, shade, and personal branding. And no wonder you don't get why women are obsessed with relationship when your entire career thrives on cycling through men for drama, which is why I think the show is more of a pose of Atlanta than Housewives, because real housewives are in the kitchen cooking food, not chasing cameras.
She thought she was delivering a feminist monologue about independence, but Damon turned it into a therapy session. Dating yourself isn't empowerment when it's just avoidance. The truth is, attention and affection aren't the same currency, but it's hard to tell when you keep cashing both on camera. Next clip, a woman claims a female invented Wi-Fi, but when facts hit harder than feelings, she leaves flipping the bird.
This man asked you to go date and then he left before the bill came?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a social media influencer, and Mr. Sutton, the defendant...
He slid into your DMs?
Yes,
okay.
Essentially. And he originally asked me out on a couple dates, first one being coffee, and the second one being ice cream.
So you declined those dates?
Yes, I had to reschedule on him twice.
And then how do you actually get on the date?
Eventually, our schedules ended up working out, and we were able to make it on time. I was a little bit late.
How late, ma'am?
45 minutes late.
I got stuck in traffic.
Ma'am, come on.
I have...
Ah yes, the Wi-Fi warrior strikes again, armed with zero facts and maximum volume. Nothing screams female genius like shouting your way out of a debate and flipping the bird on the way. Truly, the signal of reason is lost, but the drama connection, strong. Then, a dating debate goes downhill fast when financial stability turns out to mean I need a wallet, not a partner.
Say that again? What did you say?
Why would I want to be with a bum?
How come no man in this room has ever said that about a girl they dated? Because you're all gold digging. It's weird romantic. We'll take a bum McDonald's worker. You couldn't do that. No woman's ever done that. You guys date up, we date down. That means every ex-boyfriend you've had was better than you. That's why you let him hit it. Because you guys date up. So you f***ed up a lot. Could you marry a Burger King employee?
I won't do that.
Could any girl here do it? Has any girl in history ever done it? You're all dirty gold diggers. Admit you're scared. You know what's funny? That's the point. You abandoned him. Why did you abandon him?
I need someone financially at my level
a leader.
or higher.
But what if you're married a leader?
How come the men here don't mind if she's a bum? Because we're the romantic gender and you guys are up to that.
She made his point for him and didn't even need a mic drop. He called her a gold digger, and she replied, I need someone financially stable. That's like denying you're hungry while ordering the menu. Men want peace, women want finances, but somehow only one side gets judged. Meanwhile, a woman brags about her sisters in the army, but when logic enters the chat, she switches to personal attacks.
Now we have women that fight in war, so...
They're not really ever in combat.
Three of my sisters are in the army,
And all three of your sisters were never in combat.
One of them were.
No, none of them were.
One's, yeah.
No, none.
It's like, say it, talk about it like you know me.
It's not about knowing you. It's about knowing how it works. And no, they don't send women into frontline combat.
I don't know what she does, but as obviously the front line is a place with people that have been doing it for way longer. That's your front
It's a
line.
place that they send male soldiers because they're the only ones who are allowed to fight in frontline combat. I'm sure that you have 3 sisters, and all 3 of them are the bravest military personnel who've ever existed, but they're not in
You're really
frontline
talking
combat.
to yourself.
What's that? I didn't hear you.
You're talking to yourself now.
Are you just shut down? You can't engage? Too much for you? Was it too much for me to say that your sisters weren't at the front lines with machine guns gunning down the Soviets? Like, that was too much for you? That was too much? Your sisters weren't ninjaing up the enemy? They didn't crawl through the trenches with a dagger in their teeth and take them down?
It was a
like,
dirk.
That was too much.
It was
for
a
you,
dirk,
wasn't it?
Andrew.
That's how I know you're small, because you have to make up for your personality.
Wait, it's funny how quickly a strong argument turns into a personal attack when facts show up uninvited. Having sisters in the army doesn't magically make you an expert on combat. It just makes your logic part-time enlisted. Up next, a woke warrior trashes America, only to realize she's roasting the very country that gave her citizenship.
I want you to look at our country today that men have ran, and look at how
We're the strongest superpower in the world. What?
No, we're not.
Yeah, we
no,
are.
we're not. You know, countries are warning their people to stay away from us.
What?
Because of how shitty we are.
Do you realize people try to come here illegally every single day to become Americans and or get to live here with diminished benefits, even if because they're not documented? I used to work in immigration. People literally try to sneak here under intense conditions and die a lot of the times while trying to come here. This is the best country in the world.
This is
Again,
not
more
the
privilege
best
that you don't
country in the world,
understand.
I'll tell you that much. I'm an immigrant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that proves my point even more.
I didn't come here willingly.
You're here. Like, how'd you come here then?
I came here because they paid me to.
Yeah, send her back, bro. Yeah, man. Send her back, man.
You're talking about send
This
her
is why we
back,
gotta
yet
build
you
a
a
wall.
person of color?
I guess we're no longer getting the best and the brightest. This is why I'm so big on we need to go harder with the immigration.
I'm sorry, are you not black?
I don't know. It depends on the day. Some days people call me black. Some days people call me Arab. I don't know what it is, man.
Up next, a woman tries to stop an ice truck while crying about fascism, family trauma, and psychic wounds. The only thing deeper than her emotions is the irony.
What's going on in this country right now that we've gotten to this point?
It's fascism. They always said, Emiliano Zapata said fascism would come to this country with a Bible wrapped in an American flag. And here it is. I grew up in an evangelical Christian nationalist home. I know what it's like in here. These slave owners, that's my family's history. Because they're Americans and they're white Americans. That's our history. And I can't be a part of that. White supremacy, I can't take it. You saw what my body was able to do that other people's can't. Just because I know that. But you know what I know? Growing up in a white nationalist evangelical home, that it's hurting us deep in the inside. It's a psychic wound.
That is what mental illness looks like. The real psychic wound is this. All of that. That's the psychic wound. This is the exact same song and dance as I think I'm a woman. I need to chop my dick off and I need you to pay for it. Like, oh my God. Like, this is...
Here we have performance art disguised as protest. She's sobbing in front of an ice truck, confessing that growing up white caused her a psychic wound. Ma'am, this isn't therapy, it's traffic. The truck driver's just wondering if she's gonna move or start charging admission. Now, here's a twist. A woman explains how liberals attacked ICE, thinking they were deporting someone innocent.
Did y'all hear about those liberal Minnesotans who caught a case because they attacked federal ICE agents for the wrong reasons? Let me tell you what happened. So in Minnesota, we know Minnesota, a group of liberals decided that they were going to attack federal ICE agents because they assumed that these ICE agents were there on a deportation order. Thing is, they were not. They were there on an alleged drug situation and potential human trafficking. That's why they were there. It had nothing to do with deportation. So these liberal Minnesotans attacked them. What's the outcome? The outcome is these federal ICE agents sieged 900 pounds of METH, which could be potentially on the street right now had they not. They saved 8 people from human you-know-what. So, and what happened to the liberals who attacked them? They were all charged with interfering in a federal case. You cannot attack federal ICE agents because you want to. It is illegal. And not only that, thank you to those ICE agents for finding and saving those 8 people who we probably never would have seen again, making sure that 900 pounds of METH didn't end up in the community. But remember, this is Minnesota. So these liberals had to learn the lesson the hard way. I want to know, did you guys know that? Because I'm sure it's not on the news because, the news is the news. So when they make a faux pas, nobody's going to know about it. But these liberal Minnesotans who decided to commit a crime have all been charged with a crime. So for all the people who think they're standing up in solidarity, you cannot hurl objects at police, federal agents, anyone. You cannot hurl objects off of bridges. You cannot set things on fire. You cannot do these things in the name of solidarity. Because if you do, you could potentially catch a case. Let me know down in the comments. Did you guys know this? And for all the people out there doing that, I'm just saying, you think that you're standing in solidarity for your brothers and sisters, and not only are they going to probably still be deported, you're going to end up in a worse situation. Just stay home. Let me know down in the comments. Did you guys even know this? Or are you guys you feel like it's cool for people to attack federal agents? I just want to know. Asking for a friend.
Nothing like a mob of compassion warriors attacking ICE for saving human trafficking victims. They saw uniforms and just knew it had to be evil. Turns out the agents were arresting a drug dealer and freeing 8 people. The protesters, they freed themselves from common sense instead. Over on a dating show, a woman gets rejected by all men, fires back with insults, and still walks away humbled and saucy.
Almost all the guys popped their balloons when she walked in. She tried to clap back, but was humbled by this guy.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Marquita.
Marquita, how old are you?
I am 38.
And what do you do?
I am a model.
You're a model, okay. And yes. What are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to wine and dine at nice restaurants, and I also coach the junior sons. So I enjoy coaching Little League basketball.
Okay, that's really nice. And now, what are some things you look for in a man?
I look for someone who is financially stable, someone who has goals, and someone who is family oriented.
Okay. All right, let's head on over to some of these pop balloons. Okay. See why they ended up popping.
Wade 40.
Hey, Wade, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
First of all, I think you're a beautiful woman. I like that you coach basketball. I play professional basketball myself, so I like that you coach basketball. I just think it's just not a good fit. I think you're a beautiful woman.
I agree. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And why do you agree?
I disagree because I think his shirt is a little bit too tight. His clothes are a little bit too tight. He's trying a little bit too hard. He looks a little bit old to have his clothes that tight. So.
My name is Abu Bakar. I'm 38.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Well, she looked good. The financial things, no.
So now, is he someone that's your type?
Not at all.
Okay.
If you don't have anything, if you're a man of a certain age and think that you should have nothing, if you haven't accomplished nothing at a certain age in your life, I'm not looking for that. I'm definitely looking for someone who's financially stable, who's able to enjoy the fruits of our labor at this point.
Okay. I'm Kendall, 39.
Okay. Kendall, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
First, I like to say, definitely can appreciate the confidence. You know what I mean? Like, you definitely come out with a big personality. It just wasn't a physical attraction for me.
I definitely understand as well. I can see I'm a little bit taller than you.
Right.
And that's probably what it was. Okay. Moving on.
Lewis, 37.
Lewis, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
At first, it was initial attraction, but had I kept my balloon and she started talking to everybody crazy, I would have popped it anyway because it's like it seems like you're just here trying to get your clip for whatever you're doing. That's crazy. And you got some spots on your pants. I don't know if you could iron those or something or what, but it's all good though.
She came for a date and left with a full course serving of humility. First, every man rejected her, and when she tried to reject them back, Karma joined the show. The moment he pointed out the spice stain on her pants, the universe whispered, "That's for the tight pants" comment. Meanwhile, a woman mocks a man's lips, forgetting her own double chin isn't invisible, only unmentioned until now.
What? Your mouth kind of reminds me of like a person from Whoville. Because you lip is not there.
Well, I can't help that. Body shaming's fine till it's all about the weight, right? Goodness, here come the comments.
The classic hypocrisy. Body positivity for me, but free insults for thee. She mocked his lips like it was open mic night, forgetting Karma's sense of humor. When he pointed out her double standard, the silence weighed heavier than her lecture on acceptance. Up next, 3 women decide it's smart to follow an ICE agent home and post his address online. Now they're the ones getting tracked by the FBI.
Accused of following an ICE agent home and posting their address on social media, the Department of Justice says it's still looking for 37-year-old Cynthia Raygoza of Riverside, pictured here. According to the indictment, Raygoza, along with Ashley Brown of Colorado and Sandra Carmona Semaine of Panorama City, followed the agent from downtown Los Angeles to his personal residence last month, live streaming the entire thing. They're accused of publicly disclosing the address and telling viewers to come on down. They've each been charged with conspiracy and publicly disclosing the personal information of a federal agent. If convicted, the women could face a maximum of 5 years in federal prison for each count.
Now that's not activism, that's stalking with a moral filter slapped on top. Following an ICE agent home and doxing them online isn't courage, it's criminal obsession. These women didn't fight the system, they just exposed their own lack of boundaries and basic sanity. Then there's a woman screaming at ICE agents so loud she forgets to park her car.
A raging anti-ICE protester ran into some car trouble while yelling at agents making an arrest. Fox News correspondent Bill Malutian has the details. Bill.
Well, Laura, Massachusetts has been the epicenter of some of the most heated anti-ICE resistance we've seen out there. But one protester out there found out the hard way that her tunnel vision for hating ICE had some very real-world consequences. Take a look. This is video sent to me by an ICE source who tells me a female protester who was yelling at ICE agents as they arrested an illegal alien in Upton, Massachusetts, evidently didn't realize she didn't put her car in park, and that car then slid into a lake and sunk. Well, the ICE agent recording the video chuckles and says, well, that sucks, and agents continue carrying out their arrest as the woman paces around on camera as her car sinks further into the lake. DHS jokingly said, quote, "You can't park there," while responding to the video on social media, while others online ridiculed the woman, pointing out that it was a very real-world case of FAFO. And Laura, it's unclear if that woman was eventually able to get her car out of the lake, fish it out somehow, or figure out how much damage it caused, but you can bet next time she's harassing ICE, she'll probably put it in park.
That's peak karma with a cinematic twist. She was too busy screaming about justice to notice her car floating off to a watery grave. She lost the argument and her vehicle in one breath. Sometimes the universe handles the punchline for you. Coming up, an illegal immigrant who went viral for doxing ICE agents finally gets a starring role in her own arrest video. Poetic irony strikes again. The self-proclaimed ICE exposer just got exposed by ICE themselves. Turns out when you build your fame on breaking the law eventually RSVPs to your party. Congratulations, she's finally trending, on an arrest report. Then a woman complains about white neighborhoods, and Damon Imani asks the one question woke logic can't digest.
As a mother of black children, I know that black boys are not given the presumption of innocence and the presumption of youth. She's calling the police and saying they're trying to steal her car, and they're 11 years old. They don't know how to drive. And so for me, what was interesting was I have had to be in the position where I have gone to my local police department because I know my son is going to be training for the Junior Olympics, running around the neighborhood in an all-white neighborhood. And I have brought him to the police and said, he belongs to me. This is my son. Do not harass him. Do not stop him.
Wait a minute, Sonny. Why do you live in an all-white neighborhood? You're always so passionate about calling out systematic racism and defending black communities, especially when black crime stats come up. You call white people racist. Yet, at the same time, you have chosen to live in an all-white neighborhood. So, I'm curious, is it because you don't want to support black neighborhoods, or you just don't feel safe in a black neighborhood?
We'll be right back.
When Damon speaks, Hypocrisy hides. She ranted about systemic bias, but Imani pulled out the reverse card, her own postcode. Turns out, nothing silences moral outrage like realizing it comes with a homeowners association. Revolution apparently has a 2-car garage. Finally, a courtroom queen cries victim over a dinner date, but the judge serves her the real bill. Reality with no tip.
This man asked you to go with him on a date and then he left before the bill came?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a social media influencer, and Mr. Sutton, the defendant...
He slid into your DMs?
Yes, essentially. And he originally asked me out on a couple dates, first one being coffee, and the second one being ice cream.
So you declined those dates?
Yes, I had to reschedule on him twice.
And then how do you actually get on the date?
Eventually, our schedules ended up working out, and we were able to make it on time. I was a little bit late.
How late, ma'am?
45 minutes late.
I got stuck in traffic.
Ma'am, come on.
I have not eaten all that day, so I'm starving.
Did you ask him if he wanted anything to eat, ma'am?
No, I did not.
You just ordered your margarita and your calamari. Okay.
Yes.
And then do you proceed to order more food?
Yes.
I said, let's go to drinks, not dinner. I never said anything.
You got to clear it up.
I tried engaging in a conversation with her, and I asked her about her father. She is on her phone. She's on social media. She's posting. She just ignores me. She doesn't even engage in the conversation.
What lie did you make up to get out of this horrible situation?
So I told her I was going to the restroom, and I beelined for my car.
Ma'am, you are dating for a meal. The court is convinced, ma'am, that you operated in bad faith, that you wasted this man's time. So the court completely dismisses the plaintiff's claim of $218.69. That is my ruling.
Imagine suing someone for not funding your appetizer. She showed up for a meal, not a man, and got humbled by the legal system instead of the waiter. The court didn't just dismiss the case, it dismissed an entire generation of I'm the prize delusion. Moving on, a liberal woman blocks the ICE facility ramp like she's auditioning for Fast and Furious and ends up getting arrested faster than she can say defund.
Get your helmet on! Get your helmet on! You gonna come tow it with your helmet? Oh, okay. Strap it to your helmet, man. What are you trying to do? Tow it tough, man.
Run California Plate 7, Boyd, David, X-ray
1445. Oh, he's got his helmet on. Tough guys with the helmets. Come on out. Where the less lethal's at? Come on, come on. She literally was asking a question. She's just asking a question. You guys look ridiculous coming out here all armored up like this. Tell someone to move their car.
Badge number 1445.
Yep.
Yep.
Right here.
All right. K9 unit. 945. Badge number 165.
That one.
Badge number 262. Badge number. You can't detain.
What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
What's wrong with you guys?
You cannot detain. You cannot detain. You are not allowed. You are allowed.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You are not.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You are not allowed to detain me. You are not allowed to detain me.
Yeah. You guys just escalate. She was about to. You guys are ridiculous.
What's your name? I'm not gonna.
Stop pulling her clothes off! Stop pulling her clothes off!
You guys are obstructing handling my rights. I am not in custody. I am not. That's a woman.
You guys are pulling your clothes off. Sexual assault is happening right now.
Only a true intellectual thinks parking herself in front of a federal facility ramp will stop fascism. She's blocking a garage like it's the gates of Mordor, forgetting that trucks have reverse gear and ICE has handcuffs. Sometimes stupidity really does come with consequences and a mugshot. Next, 2 women try to stop ICE from arresting an illegal immigrant, but spoiler alert, they only stop themselves from walking away free.
Me in my lawful duties, ma'am. Do you understand? It is a crime for you to do so.
Why? Do you have a warrant
Senor,
for his arrest? Do you have a warrant for his arrest?
Yes.
Where?
Hey,
Warrant.
grab him.
Warrant for his arrest. Signed by a
Get off
judge.
me, or I am calling the U.S. Attorney and prosecuting you for assault on a federal officer.
Show us the warrant
Back
for his
up.
arrest. Show us a warrant signed by a judge.
Turn him around.
You don't have a warrant.
Sir.
Show us a warrant for his arrest.
We are officers with Homeland Security.
You don't have a warrant signed by a judge.
These women immediately decide they're the main characters in a Hallmark Resistance movie. They jump in, arms flailing, zero clue what's happening, and end up learning that obstruction of justice isn't a cute TikTok trend. Hero complex activated, logic deactivated. Then we've got federal agents giving the most patient warning in history, keep impeding ICE operations, and your next stop is federal court.
I wanted to warn you guys now. That's fine, you can record. Just want to let you know, if you continue to tell us, because we're already kind of watching you, then we're going to take you guys out of your vehicles and arrest you for impeding operations. I'm just warning you right now, if you continue to kind of follow us around and monitor us like this, we will take you on and arrest you, okay?
We're not allowed to be in the Home Depot parking lot?
We know you're already trying to tell us. We're watching what you're doing with us.
Yeah, but...
Okay, so when we leave the Home Depot and we continue to see this car follow us, we're going to assume you're following us. We're not going the same directions, I'm pretty sure. So,
is that illegal, though?
Yeah, it is. It is, actually. So that's why I'm warning you. If you continue to follow us, you both will be arrested. I'm just warning you, because I don't want to have to do it. But if you continue to follow us, that is impeding our operations, and we will arrest you guys. So I'm just warning you now. Okay, you guys have a good day, okay? Thank you.
The agent is out here giving them the world's kindest tutorial on how not to get arrested. He literally spells it out. Keep this up and you'll be next. But these women here, keep going, you're doing great. The self-sabotage is Olympic level. Coming up, an Antifa girl tries to steal a protest sign, completely missing the police standing right behind her.
So this one's priceless, y'all. An Antifa protester tries to steal a sign from a group of peaceful demonstrators and completely fails to notice the police officer standing right next to her. She grabs the sign, tries to bolt, and gets instantly tackled and arrested. It's like the perfect metaphor for woke America. These people live in such a constant state of outrage that they literally can't process reality. They claim to be fighting fascism, but they're the ones screaming, throwing things, and attacking people who disagree. They call it activism. I call it emotional instability. And this is what the left has turned into. No debate, no logic, just hysteria and violence. They've replaced the reason with rage, tolerance with tantrums. And every time one of these clips surfaces, more Americans wake up to how far gone this ideology really is. Because this isn't protest, it's self-destruction. These people aren't fighting for justice, they're acting out their own breakdowns in public. And the funniest part, every single time they try this nonsense, it backfires. They get arrested, exposed, and embarrassed. That's the woke mind virus in action.
Honestly, this might be the funniest arrest in the lineup. She grabs the sign with full revolutionary passion, completely unaware the cops are right there. It's pure slapstick politics. 1 second she's fighting the system, the next she's fighting the urge to cry in handcuffs. Then we meet a masked man at a No King protest who says he's just there for the vibe.
This is the No Kings protest.
Yeah. Trump.
Okay.
Donald Trump.
Okay, so you do know what you're here for.
Yeah.
But what else are you here for?
Just for the vibes, you know, there's good food, good music.
Vibes, okay.
Yeah.
What do you specifically not like about Donald Trump?
I don't like his ICE policies.
Like what?
I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not too educated. I'm not very into politics.
But you're here protesting. Who invited you here?
I saw online, so I just came.
That's the problem with half these protests. People show up for the vibe, not the cause. If you can't explain what you're protesting, maybe sit that one out. Activism without awareness isn't bravery. It's just noise with a mask on. Next clip, a woman thinks tripping an ICE agent mid-chase will help her cause. It doesn't, but it does help her get arrested faster. You really have to wonder what's going on upstairs when someone thinks tripping a federal agent is a good idea. That's not activism, that's untreated impulse control. Maybe instead of resisting ICE, she should resist the urge to self-destruct in public, because therapy would have been cheaper than bail. Meanwhile, anti-ICE protesters block a mom trying to get to work and feed her kids. Turns out equality doesn't extend to people with jobs.
Adios! does white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work.
You guys are causing, I'm not causing no problems. I'm not trying to, we're just trying to leave. But I have a kid. If I don't and these people are having their children taken and their parents. What about my kids? If I lose my job,
Look at this.
then what happens to my kids? I can't help that. But you could if you could just move out the way.
Nothing screams social justice like stopping a hardworking mom from earning a living. These protesters claim to fight oppression, yet they literally blocked a black woman from providing for her family. The irony could power a small city, if only hypocrisy were renewable energy. Then women are better debate collapses as every argument meets cold, hard facts, and her silence becomes the finale.
Is there anything that women are better than men at that you can think of?
Everything, literally.
Okay, give me another example. What?
Women are better at cooking.
Actually, the best chefs are men.
Oh my gosh, raising kids.
Actually, that is not true. They found that single fathers do better than single mothers.
Women are more, they think more than men.
Really?
Yes.
All the best philosophers were men.
Honestly, it doesn't matter about the history. I just think women are better.
This is what happens when blind confidence meets Google-level logic. She came in with emotion, he came in with examples, and now she's staring at him like he just rewrote history. Equality doesn't mean declaring victory before the debate. It means being prepared to lose with dignity when reason wins. After that, a podcast gets spicy when a woman says shut up, and equality suddenly means she hears it right back.
I said women don't build anything, which is objectively true. You tried with the Wi-Fi, and that was wrong. They don't even build that.
Respectfully, I'm tired.
Check out the GPS.
Yo.
That's fine.
No, hold on. You cared enough to interrupt. You cared enough to be rude. You cared enough to say you're not right here. And then I ask you, well, how am I not right? And then you can't tell me how I'm not right.
Because now we're circling the drain with you, yo. All you want to do is go in circles. So I'm not going to go in circles with you. I'm not in the business to do that. I may have sat on this podcast, but one thing I'm not going to do is go in circles.
Let me give you some advice. Don't speak if you don't know what you're talking about then. How about that one? Okay? As someone who has a master's degree, that should know better, that should be a little bit more intellectual. Who are you talking to?
That was so rude.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
That's so rude.
Who the fuck you think you're talking to?
Oh, peace and love, guys.
Cut it out.
No. You're being a fit. I'm telling you that you're being a fit. You're stupid, you're not as intelligent as you think you are, and you're disrespectful, and someone's finally telling you that you're retarded. Because you are.
Mean nothing to me.
Good. How about these words? Get your ass up, get the fat here. How about that one?
Welcome to Double Standards FM, where profanity is empowering until a man uses it back. Our heroine drops the F-bomb for equality, then calls for HR when equality answers. Moral of the story, freedom of speech is only fun until it echoes. Coming next, a woman claims men block her from construction jobs, but when told to get qualified, life gets too rough.
A lot of women can't get jobs in construction.
Have you ever tried to be a concreter?
No, but I totally would.
Why wouldn't you want to be a concreter?
I totally would.
Why aren't you a
I would love to do
concreter?
that.
Okay, why aren't you?
Because I'm not educated on it. My schooling was for
Why don't you
CNA.
go and get educated on concreting?
Well, right now my life is a little bit rough, but I totally would.
Let me tell you this. You wouldn't last 2 minutes as a concreter. We can debate this all day. It's just common sense and common knowledge of practicality to know that you have to understand that these are thankless jobs for men because we don't really have much of a propensity to sit here and say, oh, my life's so hard, because if we do that, you'll just never get anywhere in life. We don't have the luxury of sort of sitting around and complaining on TikTok and then getting attention because we've got a little bit of cleavage out. Look.
This debate perfectly exposes the double standard no one wants to admit. Men are expected to grind through every obstacle, while women get applauded for explaining why they can't. She says she loves concrete, but maybe what she really loves is the soft cushion of excuses. Now we have a father who decided to record the most tolerant people on earth, only to find out that transparency is their worst nightmare.
I don't give you permission to videotape.
I don't consent to being recorded.
Hey,
Nancy, how you doing?
We do not consent to being recorded.
Oh, I'm sorry. Trans rights are human rights. Kids, parents, and doctors, not legislators,
The problem is they blackmail parents. They tell them their kids are going to commit suicide if they don't do this.
Hey, listen, we're standing here and we're not giving you a hard time. So don't give us a hard time.
Steve, thanks for inspiring me.
We're not giving you, okay,
I'll keep
we're
that
not
in
giving
mind.
you a hard time. Just go stand over there. We're not giving you a hard time.
I can stand
So
anywhere.
just go stand over there and be quiet. And
Good
we're
morning,
standing
Tim.
over
How are
here.
you? Good to see you.
Thanks for.
I think you should call security.
They're right over there.
The man calmly points out how they blackmail parents with guilt trips, and suddenly the woke brigade turns into hall monitors shouting, "You can't film us!" Amazing how the people demanding visibility panic the second someone hits record. This time, here's a father who decided he had had enough of the Glendale School Board's woke circus.
Can I continue?
Try to keep it professional.
I've already told you what I'm doing, and I'm making that very clear, and I'm not going to change.
Keep it professional.
I have not. I have only kept this professional. You are debating me, and you are violating your own rules. I'm here to talk as a parent. I've got 2 young boys. We live in Glendale, and when they come of age, I am deeply concerned about their educational prospects in this city. I'm also a taxpayer. I pay a lot of taxes in this city, many of which go to this district. And I'm deeply concerned about how that money is being spent, particularly, and I'm going to single out a person at the in the school district named Dr. Kelly King, who's sitting right here to my left. Dr. Kelly King makes over $250,000 a year. Every 4 years, we give her $1 million. We will be paying for her pension for, the duration of her life after she retires. And she's doing things that I completely disagree with, and I think many members of the community would also disagree with. Previous speakers have mentioned the number of Armenians who live in Glendale. How many Armenians would support what she does? Let me discuss what she's doing.
He makes it clear he's here to speak facts, not feelings, and the board's first instinct is to interrupt. When he calls out the overpaid bureaucrat whose ideas seem to trump common sense, the room freezes.
In a recent video in 2017, she reflected Glendale Unified Policy when she stated, and I'm going to quote, "We have a lot of resistance from male coaches who are horrified at the thought of having a biological girl changing clothes in front of them." Which biological girls are changing clothes in front of coaches in Glendale Unified? That's a question I'm genuinely asking. She continued, "It's not a girl. It's not a girl. It's not a girl. You only have boys in the boys' locker room." She just said it was a biological girl.
May I just stop
I'm
for a
speaking
moment?
now. You're not. No, I'm speaking now.
I
This is
will-
interrupting my time.
Well, we
Can I
can
pause
pause
this,
the
please?
time. Can you pause the time for a minute? I only want to say that to refrain from personal attacks. So
She
please.
is a government official. She's a government employee. This is not a personal attack. I pay her salary with my
So,
tax dollars.
Again, please talk towards the policies that you
I'm
are
talking about-
against
and
and
if-
refrain from personal attacks, and your time will continue. Please go ahead.
In what way have I personally attacked Dr. King? She is acting within her official role as assistant superintendent at Glendale Unified. How is that a personal attack? I'm talking about tax dollars being used in a way that I disagree with. I'm going to continue.
Continue talking about the policy that you disagree with.
Dr. King quoted to say that biological girls were changing in front of male coaches, and then so she knows it's a biological girl, and then proceeded to say it's not a girl 3 times. You know it's a girl. You know it's a girl. Or
Okay,
you know
so
it's a
she's
boy.
an
You know
employee
it's a
of
boy.
ours, and if you wouldn't mind telling us what policy you dislike.
There is why am I being interrupted for speaking about an official member, a superintendent at Glendale Unified, speaking in an official manner? You cannot interrupt me for that. You have no ability to do that. And furthermore, the rules stated you won't debate. You're debating me right now.
He touches on hidden policies and gender support plans. Suddenly, inclusivity means excluding the people footing the bill.
Correct? I'm going to continue. In discussing permanent records, she states that she keeps permanent records for a handful of trans students literally next to her in her room. She does not indicate that person's gender identity for fear that the parent might find out. Why is she concealing this from parents? She says, we kind of go out on a limb And we know that's controversial to some people. Which people? Which parents? Armenian parents? Christian parents? Are those the ones who are being excluded from knowledge on their own children and their own identity in Glendale's Unified School District? And you preach inclusive policies. We can talk about that policy. Yet she's excluding parents.
So
She's
again,
excluding parents. I'm going to continue.
And I might just ask for a pause and ask for information. Maybe I'm mistaken. Can you pause the time for a moment, Mr. Sahakyan? Thanks. So I wouldn't mind getting input in terms of is this...
So my understanding, again, is that we are the arbiters of policy. That is our decision. And so our employees are operating based off of our direction and the direction up here at the dais. So it is appropriate to criticize the policy. It is appropriate to question that. It is not appropriate to personally attack and denigrate a specific employee. I do not believe that that is covered under the public comment.
I'm not personally attacking anybody.
Yes, you are, sir.
No, ma'am, I am not. I am not personally attacking her. I disagree with what she said in her role as assistant
So then you
superintendent.
disagree with the policy, so please continue with the disagreement of the policy.
I am disagreeing with her, and this is not, you are debating me right now. You said you would not debate me. Why are you debating me?
So you're using that particular thing inappropriately, the fact that we don't debate. So
I am not
please,
attacking her personally. This is under her official role as assistant superintendent at Glendale Unified. You are not allowing me to speak freely in a government entity about a government employee. I pay her taxes. I have every right to speak about her in particular within her role. I'm not talking about where she lives, what she looks like, anything like that. Nothing personal. This is purely professional, and this is purely governmental.
The inclusive officials instantly try shutting him up, proving how allergic they are to actual dialogue.
Can I continue?
try to keep it professional.
I've already told you what I'm doing, and I'm making that very clear, and I'm not going to change.
Keep it professional.
I have not. I have only kept this professional. You are debating me, and you are violating your own rules.
So, Mr. Sahakyan, go ahead and open the time again.
Thank you so much. Dr. Kelly King has worked with Gender Spectrum, an organization which you guys have actually paid money to in several schools. If that's not a conflict of interest, I don't know what is. She's worked with Gender Spectrum to produce gender support plans. In these gender support plans, she ranks parents whether on how affirming they are on a scale of 0 to 10. Who determines that? Based on what criteria? I'd love to know that policy. She says, if the parent's not affirming, the parent may not be involved in this document. That's the gender support plan. This may be a private conversation. So let's talk personal now, because she is. This may be a private conversation between that trusted adult at the school. Is that adult trusted by the parent? Who is the trusted adult? Define trust, please. This may be a private conversation between that trusted adult at the school and the student about how we keep you safe at home, emotionally and physically. Who's personal? Who's professional? Personally, I'm being professional. What she has done and the policies none of you have spoken out against is a complete deviation from that sacred boundary between government and personal lives and privacy, especially of minors. And we're talking about, and you're not going to divulge that to parents intentionally? And again, she makes over $250,000 a year. While 43%, only 43% of Glendale Unified high schoolers are proficient in math upon graduation. Only 65% are proficient in reading. And you pay that much money to institute those policies while you're failing, literally failing, to produce the adequate students for the 21st century. Thank you so much.
He sums up the woke priorities: high salaries, low test scores, and full throttle social engineering. The boards only move, deflect, interrupt, and clutch their progressive talking points. Now check this out, a fired up dad answering Elon Musk's tweet about parents fighting back.
I just got off the phone with my wife, who took my 9 and 7-year-old boys to the doctor today. My 9-year-old son went in first, and the first thing this woman asks him is if he identifies as a boy, a girl, gender fluid, or non-binary. He's never heard of any of that before. And props to my wife because she said something. And if she didn't, they would have asked my 7-year-old son the same question.
Did you hear that? The key words were that his wife said something. Not enough of you parents are pushing back on the clear agenda to indoctrinate your children, and that's why these medical professionals have the comfortability to push their unscientific beliefs onto your sons and daughters. I did some more digging on this strong father, and he homeschools his sons, which is exactly what I believe every parent should be doing at this point. I get it, it takes sacrifice to pull your kids out of school, but at PragerU Kids, we have the educational resources to help you. So head to our website and subscribe today.
This father isn't just venting, he's calling out the woke madness that's turned pediatricians into pronoun police. The man brought his sons for a checkup, not a gender seminar. Up next is Cora Novi taking the mic to demand everyone bow to the new pronoun rule book.
As a transgender woman, my pronouns are she, her, and I will only accept those pronouns. I will not be addressed any other way. And in the workspace, I'm protected by that. Our students should be too.
My daughter goes to Franklin. She brought home books about how it's okay that two parents are gay in a household and it's okay for boys to be girls and girls to be boys. What kind of delusion are you guys living in? Are people really we're still having these talks? Like, what is going on here? Like,
We don't use that word.
No, it's a word. I can use that if I want. Yes, I can. And I can't believe people are so open-minded. Their brains have literally fell out. Does nobody know why we had opposite sport teams and opposite bathrooms for boys and girls? To protect both from one another?
While the woke demanded everyone use her approved vocabulary, this father gave the room a quick dose of reality. He called out the nonsense of pretending biology is a debate and the woke people couldn't handle it. Nothing frightens modern activists like a parent who won't play pretend. Now we've got a father who's had enough of the woke echo chamber.
Anyone with children that doesn't want their kids to learn interesting new words, get the f*** out. First, a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk, who was killed by leftist guerrilla terrorists in Utah. And then secondly, any of you transgender people, don't shoot. No one would care if I got shot anyway, so you're just wasting a bullet. Save your 17 cents. Anyhow, my name is actually Ray Gallagher. I identify as Ray Gallagher. It's mostly because my friends think that I'm a stupid, overbearing. But anyhow, last time I came here to speak, I wasn't allowed to speak because some other stupid, overbearing shares the exact same name of Ray Gallagher with me.
Yeah.
I said don't like cuss words. It's free speech. I'm going to continue with my speech, lady.
Can you stop the clock? Stop the clock.
Ahead, lady. Go ahead.
No, you're not.
Go ahead.
All right.
Call me what you want.
Mr. Porter and ma'am,
I
it is his time.
am demanding you control this woman.
It is his time. Please sit.
Free speech, lady. Go back.
All right, Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter.
You got a sign that says stop bullying, and then you're bullying a speaker.
Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter.
There's nothing that can make me look worse, lady. I pull my pants down in public. Did you see her storm out and slam the door?
Mr. Porter, your time has been paused. I'm going
so now's
to
your time.
I'm going to respectfully ask you,
to what?
as we have children in the. I'm just asking.
I told them they could leave.
Okay.
Free
Your
speech.
time to restart. This has been my ask of you that I'm.
You can ask whatever you want.
You
and
are
I'm going to
correct.
deny your request. Like you denied me the ability to speak at the last meeting because we have the exact same name.
You can
Ray
restart
Gallagher.
his time. Your time is going. It is yours.
So I signed up. There's proof that I signed up, and you didn't allow me to speak. You denied me my right to my First Amendment, right to redress of grievances, my right to petition the government for redress of grievances, my right to say exactly what was on my mind, because you didn't like the way that I signed up. But I did sign up. It's on video. It's witnessed. And then you denied me because you didn't like my viewpoint, because my viewpoint is opposite of what your viewpoint is, which is hippy-dippy is okay. So you denied me my right to speak last time, so this time I'm pissed off. So you're getting the pissed off version of my speech. You would have got a much better speech if you had just let me speak last time, but instead you wanted to take the federal court and try and say that you have the right, as the president of this governing body, to actually deny people their access to this podium to speak and deny them their equal rights to free speech under the 14th Amendment and the First Amendment. So long story short, I don't like you. I don't like any of your people. You guys are in an echo chamber. You bring in these left-wing nut jobs.
Interruptions hit, but the father points out the irony of signs preaching stop bullying while trying to silence him. He escalates with a calm roasting of the echo chamber, hinting that silencing opposing views is the favorite hobby of some activists. Woke fragility is on full display, and he's just getting started. Next, one woman preaches men don't fight back, while another proves why they often shouldn't, because jail time comes faster than justice.
Fortunately, our societal norm has become that men don't want to fight back. Like, I watched a video of a guy in an Uber. He was being choked by a woman from behind, and instead of fighting back, he holds his hands up and is like, I'm not going to touch her, I'm not going to touch her.
Oh, he's afraid.
Because he's like, if I touch her, I'm going to go to jail. And that's not okay.
It's not okay. No, that's not okay.
And we as a society have now put that on men that they can't fight back.
She wonders why men don't fight back. Maybe because society treats a defensive reflex like a war crime. The poor guy's getting strangled, but still running a background check before lifting a finger. Welcome to feminism, where even self-defense needs legal counsel. Then, an airplane Karen accuses a man of stealing her phone, slaps him, and learns turbulence can hit from the next seat.
That way!
Oh my goodness.
You had absolutely no right to do that.
You do know the repercussions of your actions right now, right?
Is that you give me my phone back.
I'm gonna give you a chance to apologize, because I'm about to go crazy. You can apologize right now before I do something.
I will apologize after you give me my phone
Okay,
back.
so you're not gonna apologize, right? Right?
After you give
Right?
So she's not gonna apologize. Oh my god. Exactly what you deserve.
What in the world?
Next is me. You just hit a woman? Yes, he did.
Yeah. You wanna hit a man? You wanna hit like a man? You wanna hit like a man? Oh my You goodness. hit bit like a man. Hey, sit down. Sit down.
No, forget it.
All right.
No, you had no business accusing my man of stealing.
Exactly.
You had no business doing that. Then you put your hands on him. You deserve everything you got.
Right.
I cannot believe you think it's okay to hit a lady.
You just hit me. What are you talking about? You hit me. What do you think was gonna happen?
There's something poetic about how modern outrage works. You accuse first, slap second, and never fact check. The moment accountability enters the chat, shock becomes the defense mechanism. Equality was all fun and slogans until gravity handed out fair treatment. Then, a judge helps an illegal immigrant escape ICE, but gets caught on camera.
Wisconsin judge helped an illegal escape ICE. New video shows. Judge Hannah Dugan is facing federal charges after an undocumented man fled the court building. The woman allegedly distracted ICE agents, while the suspect, Eduardo Flores Ruiz, slipped out a side door with his lawyer, then bolted down the street. Prosecutors say this wasn't an accident. They claim she intentionally misled agents to help him flee. The judge was arrested but pled not guilty, insisting she was just doing her job. Her lawyers call it a misunderstanding, but a federal grand jury wasn't convinced. If true, it's not just courtroom activism, it's aiding a fugitive. Let us know. Should a judge face jail time for this?
She went from banging the gavel to banging her head against the courtroom wall. Helping someone escape ICE while surrounded by cameras? That's not bravery. That's career suicide in 4K. Up next, a member of the Chicago press learns that freedom of the press doesn't include tampering with ICE operations.
What's your name?
Debbie Brockman, I work for WGN. Let them know.
I got you. Yep. Debbie Browning?
Brockman.
Brockman, WGN. You guys want to share your names too, or you're just going to cover your face?
When journalism meets justice, it's never boring. A Chicago press member thought their press badge was a shield, but ICE apparently doesn't subscribe to that newsletter. Headlines write themselves when reporters become the story. And finally, an unhinged protester attacks a cameraman for filming the protest.
Insane ICE protester caught on camera attacking a reporter.
Stop filming children. You are children.
The woman demanded he stop filming children because, as reporter Cam Higbee said, someone had brought toddlers to the ICE facility. No children were seen in the frame, but that hardly bothered the aggressive protester.
Get away from children! Stop filming children!
After attacking Higbee, the woman quickly fled. Soon after the incident went viral, it was revealed she was a school teacher. Higbee stated he filed a report and will be pressing charges.
She fought for freedom, but couldn't handle someone's freedom to record. Now she's getting a starring role in the very footage she tried to stop. Irony level undefeated. And that's a wrap. Remember, actions have consequences, and sometimes they come with handcuffs. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more chaos caught on camera.